Shit, my bad, y'all. I just hit the Benjamin Roethlisberger. Get a little bit of a late start this morning. Just a tad bit of a late start. You guys are hearing me good. This is Guaranteed News with Garrett Sims. It is Friday, July 19th. Happy Friday, everyone. Good morning. That Benjamin. Whew. Bear with me. That Benjamin hit. It's slapping a little extra today. Shit. We're starting a little bit late, but same shit, same shit, different day. We gonna get to it. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What song are we gonna do? It's a K-Ferg 500 song. I don't need to tell you guys that. We haven't done Ha in a little bit. Let's do Ha. Oh, no ad? Okay, bet.
Tell niggas the second thing. And my bitch 3 times. But niggas don't fucking listen, man.
Oh, wait, hold on. All right, my bad, y'all. Relax. We'll be good in a second. You know, the Benjamin.
I tell niggas the second thing. And my bitch 3 times. But niggas don't fucking listen, man. Bitch can't even fuck. Use your head for you motherfucking losing, man. Cream team, FTL game, man. You know how we rock it, man. Boy, you smoking on that same shit that got Chris Rock. Drink cocaine with a drum, this bitch sound like Kid Rock. Bet these niggas go and copy this, them niggas Xerox. He could move, we still on his ass, we got him gridlocked. One bitch, I ain't picky. Fuck me till I'm dizzy. My bitch catch another op, she gon' get some new Rickies. R.I.P. my young boy, that shit still got me pissy. My nephew won't even play my ops, he said it sound too kitty. Bitch want me to fuck with her, but she be acting ditzy. He thought it was clean, I'm still serving cut no kizzy. Full up looking clean as hell, can't forget that blicky. Chop it shoot like Jimmy, I ain't even had no semi. Every beat shit automatic, supercharged like Hemi. Told my little bitch walkie only, she can keep that Henny. Virgo, he got Trump money, gave myself a stimmy. Told my bitch don't want hibachi, she can keep the bennies. Get them chopped like sushi rolls, play them hoes like movie roles. That boy, he got baby money, bankroll like a 2-year-old. This bitch know she fine as hell, came through built like Ruby Rose. 100K times 10, nigga, I'm gon' need a few of those. Partner red, it look like a bottle of some hot sauce. All these sticks, thought that we was finna go to Top Golf. Treat him like a thought shirt, get that nigga cropped off. He said he gon' touch me, see how ain't shit popped off. LOL, I know folks don't like me. Pushing off these pussy niggas really do excite me. Shawty know I'm rude as hell, but somehow she still like me. She know I ain't pussy and ain't near a nigga like me.
Welcome. Welcome. It is July 19th, a Friday. July is almost over. My name is Garrett Sims, and this is your Friday episode of Guaranteed News. And if you haven't noticed, it's a big deal. This is the first week where I'm done a 4-stream schedule. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that's also something to celebrate about. So we are gonna start off, let's see, RNC speech. We're gonna do a recap of the whole Republican National Committee speech, and we are going to do a main recap of, and we're going to do a main recap of the Republican National Convention altogether, right? So, all right. So first, let's start off with, the entire Republican National Committee, National Convention as a whole, right? And let me look at a few things. So let's see. Yeah, we'll start off with like a couple of minutes on the entire National Convention, and then we'll get to Trump's speech last night, and then we'll move on to Joe Biden because we have some Joe Biden conversations to get to as well. So, all right. And let me Do I want to? Nah. We're relaxed on this. We're relaxed on this. We'll do this the old school way. I've been doing this new thing where I'm able to, where I learn something new with like Streamlabs, what I stream on, and I figured out how I can record my streams as I'm doing it. Which anyone that knows Streamlabs knows that it's crazy that I didn't know how to do that until a couple days ago. But besides the point, so I've been like kind of streaming clips and stuff. I usually wait till like it's on YouTube and I can download it and then just go from there to put it up together. But I'm gonna do that again today, and we're gonna just worry about streaming, putting together the best episode I can for you guys. And let me make this a little bit smaller. I think I like myself, or maybe I like do I like myself to be up here or what? Nah, I like it better at the bottom right. I do. Okay. Republican National Convention started on Monday, and everybody was excited about it, right? Because the Trump assassination happened last weekend on Saturday. So there was a lot of hype for the Republican National Convention. And overall, altogether, because I watched a lot of it, I watched it every night. I watched all the major speeches. I watched Amber Rose. I watched J.D. Vance. I watched J.D. Vance's wife. I watched Kid Rock. I watched Hulk Hogan. I watched Mark Rubio. I watched Ron DeSantis. I watched Nikki Haley. I watched the event, saw the shade, all the crowd, all the people. And I can say without a doubt that it wasn't good enough to make me think I'm going to be a Republican, but it was good enough for me to be entertained, to think they put together a really event, to think multiple times it looks lit in there, and to think a couple of times, hey, I like being American. Like, they ran that shit. The running of the event, a lot of the energy, the love, the amount of people, the pride that you could feel these people had for being a Republican, you had to feel it. Like, it was strong. So definitely respects to that, right? Respects to that. So I'll say the event as a whole, going to it, especially if you're a Republican or a Republican person, you're fucking excited, you're hype, you're ready to vote. That was a great convention. It had Dana White there, hella people were there. It was lit. Trump definitely called the dogs out, and they definitely hosted a good event that looked like a lot of fun. That looked like a great celebration of the Republican Party. Hands down, you can't, I guess, argue that. All right. So as far as, some of the major points, J.D. Vance coming out and being announced during this week at the Republican National Convention in his first speech. The speech, I guess, surprised people. The pick surprised people just because of the youth of J.D. Vance, some of his history talking shit about Trump and now being on the Trump line. And then it scared some people because he's talking to hillbillies. He's talking to, the MAGA strengths, right? Looking back on everything with it, I think that's not going to get, and I don't mean the J.D. Vance pick, but I mean just the whole Republican National Convention. It just excited Republicans, but I don't think it made anybody, I think it made very few people who didn't know what they were going to do strongly vote Trump. I think he definitely got some, but I don't think it was huge. I don't think it was a huge moment. And it was capped off all from last night. The whole Republican National Convention, the event that I just talked about and how nice I believed it was capped off by a single speech last night by this man, former president of the United States, Donald Trump, who's running to be the president again, right? So the speech was an hour and a half long. It's just as out long as the average Disney Channel movie that you remember watching if you grew up anytime near me. That shit was long as fucking all week. We were excited about it. We're excited about the Republican National Convention because this just happened. There was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, and he got up in front of the entire world and pumped his fist up and kept fighting, and everyone is now fucking excited and was ready for the RNC and was ready for this speech, right? So he got up there, he talked for an hour and 32 minutes. It's as long as a fucking Disney Channel movie. I have to say it again. And the whole conversation from Trump's camp leading up to this Thursday after the attempted assassination was, hey, Trump's fixed, or he changed his entire speech. It's a completely different speech. He's preaching something else. He's preaching unity now, right? That the divide in this country, and I came in here and talked about it because that was the main conversation that every news channel on Monday was having. This Benjamin is kicking me right now. That was the main news, the news conversation on Monday. Was like, oh, we got to switch the political divide, the conversation. And Trump's camp was talking about this too, saying like, hey, this is going to be a new Trump, a new and reformed man who's going to be thankful for his life, thankful for God, and wanting to bring America together and not separate them, right? in the first like 5 to 10 minutes of this speech, he did this. Like, it was really good. Because I started watching it live. He said a lot of things. He said, I'm not running for just one half of America, because there's no win in that, or there's no duty in that. I'm running for all of America, and I'm trying to help our country, and I want everybody in our country to benefit from what I'm doing. There was a lot of just the talk of how he's grateful to God, how he shouldn't be alive, how he sounds like a man that just went through a life or death experience. Well, he sounded in the beginning like a man who just went through a life or death experience and was thankful to God to be alive, and feel like he had a purpose, and feel like he had a duty to fulfill that purpose because he was alive. There was fate or a higher power. This is what he was saying at the beginning. That is the reason that he is alive, and it's not something that you see from Trump usually, and it's not a tone you see Trump usually take. And it was kind of like, okay, this is good. This is interesting. Like, this is surprising. You can't be mad at it. And then he started getting into, old school Trump, called it the Chinese virus. He called COVID the Chinese virus again. He basically said, when I was in the country, Russia didn't fuck with us. China didn't fuck with us. He talked shit about a lot of different people. The immigrant conversation, he touched on that dumb heavy. Immigrants are taking your jobs. Immigrants are raping your women. Immigrants are killing people. Immigrants are terrible, and we are going to do the biggest immigrant, like, we're going to get them out of here at the highest, quickest clip that you've ever seen anybody do in the history of the world. That's what Trump is saying. He started getting into all the shit of the world was fucked. The world is fucked right now, and when I was here, it was safe. People had a friendly fear of me. People knew I wasn't playing that shit, and they knew not to fuck with me. He was back to the normal Trump, but I will say this, his tone was better. Like, usually Trump's tone is that, like, condescending, arrogant, I'm fucking Trump, you badass, whatever you want to call it, you can't fuck with me. And last night, it was more of I'm trying to help the American people, and I love Americans, and I love America, and this is why I'm doing this, right? Like, that's the kind of tone that he had. Like, it was a little bit kind of the same content, but a little bit of a more tone that's digestible, especially for somebody, if you're not really listening to all the words, or you're not really, like, diving deeper into just the surface of what he's saying. A lot of that shit you could go for, right? I could see it for sure. So, but the speech was long as fuck, and that nigga started at times rambling. Like, I said a couple weeks back ago, like, if you can watch Trump, if you've ever tried to watch Trump speak just just go off the cuff for a long time at like a rally or something, he talks for a long time, he goes back and forth off of fucking thoughts, and he just scatters all over the place. And this had that, but it was a lot better. And I was thinking that while I was watching, and as soon as after I watched it, I started watching like people analysis, like CNN, Fox News Nation, different analysis, and they were like, a lot of it was unscripted. Like, he went off the plan. Like, he had his teleprompter of what the speech was, and hella times he went off the speech for that. And when I was watching it live, you could obviously tell, because there would be times where this nigga just started talking about bullshit for like 3, 4, 5 minutes. And you get to the point where it's like, nigga, I know they didn't write this down, which is what I was thinking. But all in all, I would say that the speech was good. If you're a Republican, if you sort of like Trump, you're going to like the speech, right? He, like I said, in the beginning, he talked about what happened with the assassination attempt. He had all that love talk where it was, we need to be unified. I'm not trying to be the president of just half the country. I want to be president. Like, he had that, and then he went into the old school Trump, and he said it in a nicer way. Like, so if, again, the Trump fans and the Trump people like that. If you're not a Trump fan and you don't like Trump, you don't like it, and you think it's all bullshit. And I literally was watching it with people who hate Trump, and anytime Trump said something, it's like, fuck you, or yeah, right, or we know that's not true. And I've been talking about, like, a major theme with Guaranteed News with everything is, how does this affect the people who are in the middle? How does this affect the people in the swing states? And does this do anything for them? Some of them, yeah. But I'd say just altogether, the speech was like a B minus. So that's good though. But only things I'll say is that he spoke for way too long. You need to get that nigga to be more fucking succinct and follow the fucking shit more. I know, the best moments come from when you kind of go off the cuff and kind of go off the plan, but that nigga did too much of that, and it started just kind of sounding like just mumbly at times. And he needs to stick to the unifying conversation more. Like that first 20 minutes, it was strong. Like if Trump had done a 45-minute to an hour speech and it was all the first 20 minutes, then I think he would have got more voters and he would have made people, because even I from the first 20 minutes was like, you can't be mad at that. And you can't be, and he was talking with conviction. He wasn't talking like he was trying to make a joke or like he was on a TV show. Like that first 20 minutes were strong, but you could just tell he started getting tired of it, because that's not Trump. I mean, that's just fair. We've been with him. We've seen Trump. I mean, I've seen Trump since The Celebrity Apprentice when I was like 12, 10, but the entire world has seen Trump for the last 10 years. So you could tell when he just was like, okay, we're going to just keep it a buck here, but still keep that nice tone. That's the only thing I think that his people told him that he actually did, was keep the nice tone. But yeah, he started getting into everything again. You know, I'm going to let, if fuck NATO, if, you know, Ukraine and them aren't paying and stuff, that shit's out the window. We're going to let Russia do what they want. I bet Vladimir and China missed me because I was more, you know, people respected me more. I was tougher. Immigrants, again, he went to all the hot button conversations, you know, the immigrants, they're taking your jobs, they're raping your women, they're killing people, they're fucking up their American country. Like he hit on all those hot button topics. So overall for Trump, it was good, but it wasn't the unity and the togetherness and all this love that's been preached ever since Sunday, the day after the assassination last week. And that's what his team was kind of, you know, going on. So it is what it is with that. So we'll move on with that. Republican National Convention, I'll say they did a great job. They did a great job altogether. It looked entertaining. Never paid attention to a Republican National Convention, and everybody and everything that I saw said that they, you know, that it was one of the better ones, and it was one of the most lit conventions from a political party since Obama. So I could believe it. But overall, I just don't think it didn't move the needle that much, and neither did this speech. And if I'm comparing the whole convention to this speech, I'd say the speech actually brought it down a little bit, just with some of the problems with it. But we'll move on with that. We'll move on from that. Now we're going to move on to Biden, because the last time I streamed, and now I have some more, you know, facts to say why this was happening. A new clip of AOC just came out. I may talk about that at the end of stream, because I just saw that on my feed, but that has nothing to do with that. And I'm going to turn the screen off for just a second while I pull up what's up for my next shit, because don't want you guys to see what's on my Twitter. Some fried shit on there. Won't cap to you. Some entertaining shit though, but yeah, not for the people. So Joe Biden, and I'll just put this up while I have it here. All week during the Republican National Convention, right? The Democrats have been quiet as fuck. And I said, you know, last week, every single day, another senator, another person of importance comes out and says that Joe Biden needs to leave, right? Not even. Just certain, not even. Move past that. But all last week, all you heard every day is new senator, new person says Joe Biden needs to get out. New person from the Democratic Party is saying that Joe Biden needs to leave. And then this week happened during the Republican National Convention, and it was silent on set. You didn't hear shit from any Democrats. You didn't hear no new senators. You didn't hear anything. For Monday, Tuesday, most of Wednesday was quiet. Then Wednesday afternoon into Thursday, it came back. And I can't even think of his name. Who cares at this point? Because this isn't a big part of the story. The second senator came out and said that publicly that Joe Biden needs to step out of the race. And that's after like 16, 17, 18 House people, Democrats in the House, and then now two senators, which is a big deal, right? And then after that, it's just like the floodgates open. You're hearing you're hearing reports that Obama and Nancy Pelosi are like behind the scenes, like talking real shit that Joe Biden needs to leave. You're hearing that like almost every Democrat is like saying, Joe Biden, you need to leave. You're hearing that like donors and stuff are like saying, we're not going to give money anymore because this is just so bad. Like in the last week, in the silence that the Democrats chose to have because of the RNC, they have gotten way worse on Joe Biden. And then when stuff started being reported to the public again, for me, and I feel like for most people, we just got slapped in the face. I mean, looking back on it, you should be able to know, or you should be able to guess. But this week, as the Republican National Convention was happening, that I just said was, overall, they did a good job. If you're a Republican, and the Democrats were on the other side, kicking Joe Biden's back in private, and now they're kicking Joe Biden's back in private, in public, full public. And now every other news channel or every other news story this week or today on this Friday morning is about Joe Biden about to get ready to leave. And they're saying that they're having conversations where it really is, they're starting to get to Joe Biden. I said the other week, like Joe Biden said, the only thing that would keep me from dropping out of this race is if I started seeing, if my people showed me poll numbers that there is no way that I could win, right? And they're saying that his people are showing him poll numbers that say that he cannot win. They're saying that people are, they're saying that people are putting the heat on him and getting him to understand. And I think now what's happening is that the reports are saying that they're starting to get to Joe Biden. That even in his own head, I think because of how much hate he's getting and how much people are saying shit to him, that Joe Biden now is actually thinking about dropping out. And you want to know what's crazy to me? So Joe Biden's going to drop out, right? The conversation is and I remember the video I was going to see. I'm terrible at multitasking because I'd be thinking so much. But when we find that video, and the thing that's crazy to me is they're saying now that it may not even be Kamala, right? Because it doesn't have to be Kamala. It can be someone else. Like there's another structure, I was reading about it, to where if Joe Biden drops down, the pick does not have to be Kamala. But to me, that's just another fucking example of how disorganized. I don't understand. I need like somebody that's good at politics to explain this to me. I don't understand how unorganized the Democratic Party is, because you have the vice president that's been there for 4 years, and your current president is going to step down. And the national or in the common consensus from the Democratic Party isn't for Kamala to be the presidential pick. That's like them saying or proving like the thing that most Americans have been scared about for like a minute, which is that Kamala is a terrible vice president, and if she gets into the office, well, I won't say most, but a lot, if she gets into the office, it's bad for the country. And it's like people have been saying that, but at the same time, the Democrats and mainly the Joe Biden, whatever you want to call it, administration has hidden Kamala from us. But I mean, you have to assume she's good, right? If she's the vice president. Now you can't, because a lot of reports are saying, a lot of Democrats are saying, yeah, we want Joe Biden out, but that doesn't mean we necessarily want Kamala in. The Democrats are so fucking unorganized. It's crazy to me. And I saw this reported on Newsmax, this video right here, breaking news. And this was last night. President Joe Biden has reportedly agreed to step down as a Democratic nominee for president of the United States as early as this weekend, sources tell political analyst Mark Halperin. Biden also reportedly endorsed an open convention and not VP Kamala Harris. This has not been put on CNN, Fox, nothing. This isn't like a true thing yet. This is Newsmax. I kind of halfway trust Newsmax, and I'm going to show this video, but I say I agree with this 100%, 100 or not. I think this is true 100%. I think it will come out in the next 48 hours that Joe Biden is stepping out. And listen to me, bro. Listen to me. The Democrats are making the fucking dumbest, most unorganized, most weird, most just like decision that I've ever seen. Like, bro, it's like an idiot continuing to make idiotic decisions. Like, bro, and this is what's like, bro, Obama saying it, Nancy Pelosi, so it's like, I know I'm probably wrong, so it's like, I want a political analyst to like, please come and just explain this to me. Like, I guess like, I get it, like, we can't have this because the polling numbers, okay, so let me try to put myself in the mindset of the Democrats that are way smarter than me, that are saying that Joe Biden needs to be out, right? Let me put myself in their minds. We're trying to win the House this year. This is maybe the biggest political election of all time, and the American people have seen that Joe Biden is old as fuck. We were trying to lie to him because he won 4 years ago, and how he is now is completely different than how he was 4 years ago. We didn't think he'd get this bad, but we are too far in, right? So we're going to stay with him. That's what they've been thinking the last 3 years. Now the American people found out, we got to get him out. He's terrible. We knew he was bad, and now everybody knows he's bad. And because everybody knows he's bad, no one will vote for him. So we got to get someone in there that's good. We got to get someone in here that's going to strengthen the American people. And we don't know who it is, but we know it's not Joe Biden because he's fucking up for us at every turn. Like, that's the thinking, right? Him making it look bad is making us look bad, and he can't do it. And now the American people, fuck, I don't have my camera on again. Or I don't have my light on again. Fuck. I think I look good. You can still see me. My bad. But we have to get rid of Joe Biden because he looks so bad. We know he's so bad, and now everyone knows he's so bad. But then my next thought would be, but the election is in December or in November. It's the summer. It's July, almost August. Who is it going to be, and how are we going to put them to the American people? And that plan has to be already played out in their head if they're doing this. Who is it going to be, and how are we going to introduce that person to the American people? If the Democrats are this fucking confident that Joe Biden needs to leave and that they won't win because of how bad he looks, then they have to have already thought of who is it going to be, and how we're going to introduce it to the American people. Because if you just are going to get rid of him and there's no plan afterwards, then you guys are the idiots that I think you are. So I'm assuming that once you announce that he's leaving, within the next 48 hours, you're going to say who the next person is, or you don't have a plan, I'm assuming, and you guys are fucking idiots.
Carl, according to multiple Democratic sources, this is happening all of a sudden. Everyone said it would happen gradually and then all at once, and that's what's happening. According to my sources, President Biden has agreed to step down as the Democratic nominee.
Oh, man.
It will happen as early as this weekend. A speech has been drafted for him. He will continue on as president, is his intention. He also will not, I'm told, endorse Vice President Harris as his successor. They're hoping.
Not endorsing Kamala again is fucking insane. You had her as your vice president, and now you're dropping out, and you won't endorse her. And now I'm saying that Joe Biden's not making any decisions. If they got to him now, and his speech has been drafted to him. These aren't his decisions. So if Joe Biden is saying he's not endorsing him, that means the Democratic people are telling Joe Biden not to endorse Kamala. Why was she the vice president for 4 years? Why has everybody been arguing with me? Like certain people in my family and certain people that I care about have been arguing with me when I say, there's no way it won't be Michelle Obama. But this is what I keep trying to tell people, bro. And I hate to say this as a black man. I hate to do this. But listen to me, bro. You think if they weren't ready for Hillary Clinton, a white woman, you think they're ready for Kamala Harris? Michelle Obama. When I say they, America. Do y'all remember? Do you guys not remember? And not you, but all these do y'all not remember 2016? Hillary Clinton? What they were saying about her? The jokes? Am I right? You think that the country wouldn't vote for a white woman, and you think they're gonna vote for a black woman in a black sorority? America? Just think about that. I get why they don't want Kamala, but again, it just shows the disorganization and how the disorganization makes me repeatedly on this show. No disrespect. I'm so sorry. I want to call the Democratic Party fucking stupid, and I don't get how I don't know. But no. Let me hear CNN say Michelle Obama.
Hoping that he will endorse an open process in which the convention will be open to Vice President Harris and a few other candidates in Chicago to pick the Democratic nominee for president. The belief is that Vice President Harris is already looking at potential running mates to go to Chicago with a full ticket, including one possibility, Andy Beshear, the governor of Kentucky, and perhaps
this shit just pissed me off. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with these niggas?
Perhaps the governor of Pennsylvania, Governor Shapiro.
Bro, look at this
Other
nigga's
possible
face.
candidates who are being talked about include Gavin.
Look at this nigga's face. Bro.
Newsom, the governor of California, perhaps Gretchen Whitmer, and again the vice president running. On the first ballot, the regular delegates would be allowed to vote under this agreement that's being talked about amongst the president and high.
Bro, the Democrats are so fucking stupid, bro. It can actually make you mad, bro, especially for someone that's grown up, like, hearing about how good the Democratic Party is. And, you know, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, and I grew up wanting to be a Democrat so bad, and there's still a childish part of me that wants to, like, say it confidently and stand up and say I'm a Democrat. More left-leaning, I say that all the time. But watching how fucking stupid these niggas are and how they've handled this, and now it's happening, like, they got to Joe Biden, so he's about to drop out. He won't endorse Kamala Harris. And now at the Democratic National Convention, these stupid ass niggas are talking about an open Nigga, you had your open process potential 4 weeks, a month ago. Like, what the fuck, nigga? Everybody in jail for a weed charge that wasn't violent gets out. That's my first one. Sounds stupid, but it's the truth. Yeah, facts. And let me show a couple videos, bro. And this is probably like, I want to show a couple videos of Joe Biden from just like 3 years ago. And like, this is probably why like people were so confident in him, and why the Democrats have been lying to us for 4 years, because they, you know, they used to see this Joe Biden and they know that man is similar in there somewhere. This probably caused some of this organization. But look at this. This was President Biden just 3.5 years ago. When I posted this on IG stories 3 weeks ago, I even had former Biden and Obama staffers direct message me in shock at the difference. And it is kind of crazy.
Nobody making less than $400,000 will pay a penny more in tax under my proposal.
That's a promise.
That's a guarantee, a promise. I give you my word as a Biden. That's an absolute guarantee.
And you think it's a good idea to raise taxes when the economy's in dire straits?
Depending who you're raising them on. Look, if you're raising somebody who's making $1 billion a year, it's not a problem if they pay 39.6%, which everybody should pay, raise another $90 billion. Nobody making less than $400,000.
That was Joe Biden 3.5 years ago. And I got to find a video because I know one's up here. Joe Biden just talking for a while. Hold on. Let me, hold on. I know I have a video up here or something, bro. Hold on. Let me show Joe Biden in 2024. Like, I know I have a clip of this nigga speaking, bro. Damn, if I can't find it, I'm going to be pissed. Yeah.
Driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest rival. He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8. But I have, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Okay,
let's not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
take a look at what he is.
The difference 3.5 years can make. Age is really, Father Time does not lose. Yeah, that's all I have on that, bro. Democrats are fucking stupid, bro. I don't care. You can't tell me different. All right, last story of the news is global cyber outage. Cybersecurity platform CrowdStrike is down worldwide, causing global IT problems. Microsoft crashes 911 outages across several U.S. states, and disruptions in international airlines, banks, and media outlets. It's like basically something going on right now where this company is having like a glitch, and it's basically fucking up flights, it's fucking up hella shit, and it's going on like right now. Like, this is kind of the story of the morning. Like, if there's a story big enough to stop people from talking about politics, it's pretty fucking huge. I guess that's the way I should say that, but let's watch this for a second, because this is actually kind of insane. And I'm gonna see if we can find like a better video if this one's not that good, but let's watch it.
Hi, Tom Connell here. We've got a huge unfolding story in Australia and right around the world, but we can't bring it to you in the normal way. Why? It's affecting us at Sky News, at Foxtel, many customers, many users, many businesses. What's happened is we believe a malware company called CrowdStrike has essentially gone down. If we have a look at our studio here, this is what it looks like on many computers right around the world. Now, technical operators call this the BSOD, the BSOD, the blue screen of death. People are loading, systems are crashing, they're loading again and again and again. It's on a loop. So many companies are unable to work right now, including Sky News. Now, it's affecting users in Australia. We're talking major...
Basically, what's going on is this company, and they said it's not a cybersecurity issue or like a cyber attack or like a hack or anything like that. They're basically saying that, and let's see, Cyber, or let's just do a CNN today. I know they have something about it. Or maybe MSNBC would be better. But basically, it's something going on where something's been hacked. No, not hacked. That's definitely the wrong word. How can I describe it? Like this company that has the, oh shit, this would be affecting you hella. Well, and that's kind of a good thing to say. Like, is it affecting like the whole market is down per se? But it's basically, I know it's affecting flights. I know it's affecting banks, shit like that. Like, I think a company that has something to do with technology is just fucked up. It has a glitch right now, and the whole world uses it, and it's just stopping business for so many people. And really, the only thing that I want to say about this is just how much of our country is dependent on electricity or technology is kind of fucking scary. That's really all to say with this, but and I want to see more about this. Like, let's see, what's the place called? As soon as I type in that, let's see, cybersecurity platform CrowdStrike down. Let's see. So it's a huge Microsoft outage linked to CrowdStrike takes down computers around the world. Wired or BBC, Microsoft IT outage live updates. Worldwide travel and baking hit after cybersecurity update causes IT chaos. So this is a cybersecurity update causing IT chaos, and it's affecting flights. People all over the world haven't been traveling. They've been showing it on CNN like all morning. Like that's the main thing they're showing is the flights. Another thing I said to this was like, if you're buying flights in 2024 and you're with everything that goes on and you're not getting like the flight insurance, you're basically just gambling, taking a 50-50 gamble. Like damn near half of planes get canceled for some reason now. But this shit is kind of scary. So let's look at the summary. Let's see. Can you guys see that? Let me go in a little bit. I'll go in again actually. Let's see. Yeah, summary. So major IT, but this is kind of too much. Yeah, let's do that. Major IT outages have hit industries across the world. Almost 1,400 flights are canceled and baking, healthcare, and shops affected. Cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike says a defect in one of its software updates hit Windows operating systems, and it was that much of a defect and it was that strong to affect this much. That's the scary part. A fix has been deployed, the company says, but admits it could be some time before systems are fully back up and running. So the fact that this is nothing that really anybody can control is fucked up. And I'm also hoping, like, I'm off work today. I'm fucking shitty. Like, I wonder if my job is getting affected by this. That'd be awesome. The majority of GP surgeries in England are experiencing issues, the NHS says, with trained shops and pharmacies in the UK also hit. So this is just something to know about. I mean, in 2024, the political shit that I've been talking about, because this has pretty much become a political show the last couple of weeks on accident. Like, I think I want to just have like a conversation really quickly about like being young is so interesting, and I can feel this because adults tell me all the time that like it's always been like this, and that I'm just being exaggerative. But it feels like we're going on a turn in the world, in the country. We're going on a turn in America. And when America does anything or goes on a turn, I feel like the world follows, just from what I know about history and what I've known about just seeing my own life. And it feels like we're on the cusp of something big changing. And I won't even say it's something for good or bad, but just something big. Like this happens, and it's not even just because we're so affected by technology and things. Like, you never know when your entire life can be completely changed off the fact of technology just going down or something. And it just seems like it happens more. The ability to hack into things. There's just like the cyber attack or the hack that did happen with AT&T that I didn't report on, that I wish I would have, so this wasn't so sudden. But the AT&T hack that happened in 2022 that was just reported on in 2024. Like, it seems like, and then we're in the middle of an election, in one of the craziest, weirdest elections of all time. I can't help but get that feeling that something crazy is going on right now. And it's just uneasy and a little unsettling, bro. It seems like something absolutely insane happens every week. And with it being an election year, it just seems like it's so much fucking worse. All right, that's all I got for politics. Let's move on. I've only been streaming for 39 minutes. All right. So I haven't talked about The Boys all year, but right now I'm going to give a full fucking review of The Boys finale, bro. The Boys finale. It was one of the best episodes of The Boys of the series. I'm going through this article live with you guys. Haven't really read it yet. This is, bro, take this shit away, bro. All right, fuck it. This was the best episode of this season of The Boys. I'd say overall, this was like one of the more boring seasons of The Boys. One of the most boring. I don't know why, it just wasn't hitting the same. But this episode definitely was fire. So let's get into it. I want to kind of go through this, like, I want to go through the episode as it happened. So I hope the recap is like that. So I can just read and give my opinions. So The Boys Season 4, Episode 8 recap, Homelander's New World Order. And I guess I'll start off right off the bat. Hold on, let me look at this. Let me look at this later. Bro, my friends, like, caring about my political opinion is so fucking nuts to me, bro. Like, I guess it shouldn't be nuts to me because I do a fucking show 3 times a week. But it's like, bro, I have never seen my friends care about my fucking bro. Oh my gosh, shit's annoying. All right, let's see. The Boys Season 4, Episode 8 recap, Homelander's New World Order. All right, so let's see. As Congress moves to certify the election of president. All right, so the episode starts off with them making bro president. And let's see, Huey is still having sex with the, I think I should just go off the dome, bro. And because this article is going to be boring. All right, bro. So let's see. Right out the gate, with the viewer discretion advised, that shit was kind of fire, even though it wasn't supposed to be fire, because for the writers to like be writing some shit like this years beforehand and like it kind of happened is a little bit fucking insane, and it just got you excited for the episode. Then the episode started, right from the beginning. It was fire. I mean, let's look into Huey a little bit. He got married. He was still having sex with the shapeshifter. And I was still thinking, like, bro, like, it's been this long. How can you not know this is not your girl, bro? How do you not know this is not the real Annie, bro? That shit was wild to me. And I started feeling bad for Huey, bro, because I hate how the boys do my boy, bro. Like, I be feeling bad for Huey. But he comes back every time, bro. He comes out strong every time, fighting back. So you got to respect it. And then you see Annie, bro, locked up. That was fucked up. You felt bad for Annie at the beginning of the episode because she, you know, the fucking shapeshifter just being so fucking mean, bro. Like, that bitch was crazy as hell. So that, yeah, Annie was locked up. Homelander, bro, going through it. You know, the episode was good. A lot of shit was happening. The last 20 minutes is where it really got fire. I'll say that. Honestly, that last 20 minutes of, like, from the moment that Huey realized when the president and Huey and everybody was, like, protecting the president in that bunker because they knew, like, that was all they had left to do. That was when it started getting good, when Huey, like, realized that wasn't Annie, and then that fight broke out, and then the real Annie got out, and then it started to fight. That is when it got good, right? Then the fucking happened all this time. Butcher is going through the problem where, like, his mind is telling him, yeah, you got to kill our soups, and he's trying to be a good guy, right? And when that is happening, he's, like, talking to Ryan, and he's, like, seeing, what was I going to say? He's, like, talking to Ryan, and he's seeing, I kind of think maybe I should go back and read the article just to get an idea, but, like, Ryan is basically not trying to stay with Butcher and them. He wants to go back to Homelander for some reason. And I think that's showing, like, Ryan is trying to be good. And let me make sure I'm saying his name right. It's Ryan, right? Images. Yeah, Ryan is, like, trying to be good, but you could tell he also is bad too. He has that evil part in him a little bit. So that's why I think he didn't want to stay with Butcher and them, because he's like, bro, I don't fuck with Homelander, but I don't fuck with you boring ass niggas either. Like, I have superpowers and I want to use them. And then he ends up killing old girl. Bro, Ryan the Boys kills last. He ends up killing old girl, bro. I can't think of her name. bro, fuck it. He ends up killing old girl. I can't think of her name. And I think at that point, like, Ryan was like at first sad, and then he looks and he's like, bro, I've already gone too far back, bro. I might as well just go the Homelander route. Like, she's dead. I fucked with her. That was my aunt for real. I can't think of what her name is, but I killed her. I might as well go all the way in at this point and just like turn evil. I think that was his thinking. And I think Butcher saw him thinking that shit live. And at that point, Butcher's thinking was like, okay, all soups are evil, so we're about to just do a full soup genocide. So that was like the turning point, I think, for Butcher, where he started listening to that evil side of himself, this nigga, when he was like, okay, I saw the last soup that I was really going for, Ryan, fuck up. So now I'm about to just turn up too. I'm about to just kill all the soups because they're all evil. And that last piece of humanity that I was holding on to, I'm seeing there's no reason for me to hold on to that. So then that happens, and we know Butcher's on that roll. Then the president, they did end up saving that nigga. They got Annie January away, and Huey and Annie, they end up making up. And then Newman, this is when, like, while all this is happening, so it looks like things are wrapping up from the boys. Homelander is going through a problem where he's just crashing out because he's seeing that his plan that he laid to basically take over America and the world isn't working. And, like, you know, the one racist bitch that has all the 4 finale characters. Let's see. What's her name? Like, he basically, season 4 characters. Homelander, Mother's Milk, Ashley. I feel so bad for Ashley. Bro, what's her name? Oh, they're not going to show. Let's go back to the article and see if they show. Shifty Shape, Brother Butcher is unleashed. Sister Sage returns. An uneven season's pretty good because this was. An uneven season's pretty good because this was kind of boring at parts. But her, I think her name was Firecracker. Firecracker was basically sick as hell from getting all that titty milk for Homelander. The Deep was like, he was completely out of it. He was sad for killing old girl. Like, everything, we didn't see A-Train. Like, Homelander was just crashing out, right? He was definitely, season 4, let's go back. Homelander was just crashing out for most of the episode. Then kind of towards the end when everything's happening, like, shit starts going good for him when fucking Sister Sage comes back and is like, this is all part of the plan. And I guess I'm moving forward too much because, like, the boys are all together when shit starts going well. And then fucking, oh, yeah. Victoria Newman, because I had to remember for a second. Victoria Newman, she's having a conversation with Homelander. And Homelander pretty much says, bitch, you work for me. Like, you can't do shit you want to do no more. You are a Homelander fucking product, bitch. If you do anything, I'm killing your daughter. I'm killing you. It's up. Victoria Newman pretty much gets scared to call Huey and is like, okay, Huey, I need help. I need you to, you feel me, back me up right now because I'm in too deep. We're going to keep going back and forth at each other. I don't want to be a puppet. I want to get out of this life, right? Huey tries to argue a little bit, but you know how Huey is. He's going to always come through. He's too soft. He's like, okay, bet, I'll work with you, right? So Huey gets the boys and everybody to talk to Victoria Newman. Victoria Newman brings her daughter to have a meet with the boys. You know, Mother's Milk, Annie, Huey, Kamiko, Frenchie, they all meet together, right? This is kind of towards the end of the episode. And you're kind of having that think of like, okay, this is a good, you know, it's ending good ending, right? Then Butcher's ass walks in. Tentacles fly out of his fucking chest, and you finally get the answer to how he killed those people early in the season and what's going on with Butcher, because I knew he got powers, but you didn't know what they were or what was happening. You finally got the thing to that, and it looks like he can't control his powers because he's crazy, unless like his powers are connected to the evil side of him. Like, that's obviously like a mental block thing, but it's like obviously real. Like, it's like the Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 not being able to use his powers, Annie January not being able to use your powers, like that old superhero trope that your powers are very effective of like your mental state. So because Butcher's like mentally fucking dying and shit, I guess he's like having the evil and good on both sides. The evil, I guess, for some reason has control of the powers, so he has to tap into the evil to use his powers. It's a crazy mental block, but I think kind of awesome writing. The fucking shit comes out of his thing. He fucking grabs Victoria Newman up, puts her in the air, and snaps that bitch apart. And now Victoria Newman's dead. And so much shit that you needed to happen. And I'm going to go back a little bit, actually, because I just thought about that scene where Homelander just fucking eye squirts, eye lasers Victoria Newman, and she just stands there, and now the world knows she's a soup. That's a big deal, because you're like, okay, that's a big part in the episode. So you're like, okay, shit's gotta happen now, or she may not be able to be vice president, or shit's gotta happen, blah, 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 blah. Then 20 minutes later, what I was just talking about happened. She ends up dying, which I didn't want, because I fucked with Victoria. I did not want her to die. But Butcher just comes in, kills her, and then everybody's looking at Butcher like, what the fuck? But Butcher's like, you guys aren't gonna fuck with me. You know I'm the leader of the boys. You guys know you guys have a soft spot for me. I'm gonna walk out of this bitch scot-free. And he does. And then the world's fucked up, right? Because Victoria Newman's dead. And then Homelander, Sister Sage walks in to Homelander by himself, and it's like, oh, everything went as planned. Sister Sage is always 5 steps ahead. This is what I wanted to happen, and now you're gonna listen to me, and I just did this to show the world how smart I am, which I can kind of somewhat understand. And then you're like, okay, what the fuck? You wanted all this to happen. And then Sister Sage walks out, and while she's walking out, she's like, get ready for phase 2. And we're all like, phase 2? And even Homelander's like, phase 2? And then you just get the fucking end of the episode, which is like cut scenes of just fried shit happening back to back to back. This is a spoiler alert, but just fried shit happening back to back to back. And you're just like, what the fuck? You see Kate and old dude, the other dude from Gen V come back. They fuck Kimiko. And, well, at the end of the episode, let me say this first. You see Huey. You see the boys. Huey, Mother's Milk, Kimiko, Frenchie, and Starlight basically going on the run, right? Because Homelander is basically taking over. His plan has worked. Newman's dead. The president is out of the way. He's going to jail. There's a new president pick that comes up, and Homelander is basically taking over and runs that president. The president is putting superheroes at the front of the world. Like, shit is happening for real, right? So the boys have to split up, because now they're the good guys, but now they're basically going to be on the run from the world. And you think they're going to get away, and then no. Bro, fucking, what's his name? I can't think of his name, but Kate from Gen V. Kate from Gen V and Sam make a guest appearance for the first time in the show, bro. Make a guest appearance for like the first time in the show. Kate does her little crazy ass power trick to get Kimiko and them out of the way. They get Huey's ass with some weird, I forget who the guy was, but that has like telekinesis. Take Huey. Huey's with Annie January. Starlight gets her powers back, does some cool fucking flying trick to get away. One of the hardest fucking scenes in the whole fucking episode. That shit was awesome to see her fly like that. Huey gets taken. They get Frenchie, and they don't kill Frenchie or anything. They just take him, and I think they're going to use him for, like, the fact that he's a fucking genius and that knows how to do everything. Like, the guy in Gen V in this show, in this season of The Boys, who was, like, you know, like, planning everything, like the scientist guy, he died, so they need a new scientist guy. I think they're going to make Kate keep hypnotizing Frenchie and make him that. Who knows what they're going to do to Kimiko. So they got Kimiko. They got Huey. Who knows what they could do to Huey. They always fuck with Huey, so expect bad things from Huey. But I will say one of my things for next season, one of my guesses, is that they're going to introduce Huey, Kimiko, Mother's Milk, the boys that got taken to old girl. Her. I can't think of her name. Let's see. Gen V. Let me see her name. Because at the end of Gen V, they got taken. The people on their side, let's see. Marie Moreau. I think next season, Marie and like the boys are going to come together, and it's going to be them. And then Homelander and Kane, them are going to come together, and that's how they're going to really like put the shows together. But overall, this season was worst season of the boys for sure to me. But the episode was fire. Last episode was fire. I give the last episode like a 4.7 out of 5. I give the season like a 3.6, 3.4 in that range out of 5, which is low for the boys. But very good though. Very good. Very, very good. That is my quick analysis of the last season of the boys. But yeah, I think that's an episode of Guaranteed News. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a great Friday. Be safe. I'm telling you again, that news is going to come of Joe Biden coming out of the presidency in a couple of days. But that's it. That's a wrap. Peace. Oh, like,